Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video from our channel American Losses Today. In today's video, we'll be highlighting American celebrities who have passed away in the last few days, along with other notable figures from around the world. Before we begin, we kindly ask you to show your support by giving this video a like. It really helps us out and means a lot. Thank you so much. Now, let's get started.
1. Wink Martindale, legendary game show host and broadcasting pioneer, has passed away at 91. Over a remarkable 74-year career, he became a household name with iconic hosting roles on Tic-Tac-Dough, Gambit, and High Rollers. His legacy began in radio, launching his journey as a DJ at just 17 before becoming a key figure at Memphis's WHBQ. He played a unique role in music history when he helped connect Elvis Presley with the station after hearing That's All Right on air, contributing to the King's early rise. Beyond television, Martindale also made waves in music. His 1959 spoken word single, Deck of Cards, reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and sold over 1 million copies. Relocating to Los Angeles in the 1960s, he took on hosting duties at major radio stations, eventually transitioning to television with the game show What's This Song in 1964. That move marked the beginning of a long and influential era on the small screen. Throughout his TV career, Martindale hosted numerous beloved programs including Words and Music, The Last Word, Headline Chasers, Trivial Pursuit, and The Great Getaway Game. Known for his charisma and signature style, he remained a familiar and comforting presence in American homes for decades, leaving behind a legacy of joy, entertainment, and unforgettable moments.
2.
Jed the Fish Gould, a groundbreaking force in alternative radio, has passed away at 69. Best known for his nearly 35-year run at KROQ-FM in Los Angeles, Jed became a beloved voice in SoCal music culture, championing punk, new wave, and alternative rock before they hit the mainstream. He joined the station in 1978 when it was still a struggling FM outlet, and helped transform it into a tastemaker for a generation. His wild energy, sharp wit, and unmistakable laugh became trademarks that made him unforgettable on air. Jed wasn't just a DJ, he was a curator of culture. During his run, he helped introduce countless iconic bands to American audiences, shaping the sound of an era. Even after his time at KROQ ended in 2012, he remained active on air through stations like KCSN and KLOS, and later returned briefly to host KROQ's HD2 channel. He also explored the visual arts, showcasing his creativity through sculpture and mixed media in recent years. Honored twice as Billboard's Modern Rock Personality of the Year, Jed the Fish even made film cameos and featured in the music documentary Mayor of Sunset Strip. His influence extended far beyond radio, impacting TV, film, and digital culture. More than just a voice, Jed was a true original, one who made listeners laugh, think, and discover something new. His spirit and style remain legendary in the history of modern rock broadcasting.
3.
Ava Evans, a vibrant digital creator and the mind behind the series Club Rat, passed away at 29, leaving behind a wave of love, creativity, and color that deeply impacted her community. Known for her wit, raw honesty, and unique style, Ava built a loyal following on TikTok, sharing stories about heartbreak, humor, healing, and mental health. Her show, which started as a TikTok series and expanded to Prime Video, was a bold and personal take on life, inspired by her real experiences in therapy and treatment programs during her teens. As the one-year anniversary of Eva's passing approaches, her sister Lila Evans took to Instagram to honor her memory through a heartfelt tribute. Sharing moments filled with color and symbolism, Lila reflected on the light Eva brought into her life and how that light continues to inspire her today. Among the images was a poster that read, "How much room does someone need to grow? As mushroom as possible," echoing Eva's belief in boundless growth, humor, and resilience. Lila shared stories, memories, and even quotes from a book Eva once gifted her, reminders of a soul that filled every space with vibrance. Lila's message is a reminder to find joy, embrace creativity, and stay connected, especially for those who knew Eva and feel the ache of her absence. Through every laugh, memory, and color, Eva's presence lives on in the hearts she touched. Her legacy continues to grow in every act of expression, kindness, and bold self-love.
4,
Clem Burke, the powerhouse drummer behind Blondie's groundbreaking sound, has died at 70 after a private battle with cancer. Known as the driving force behind hits like Heart of Glass, Call Me, and Rapture, Burke was more than a band member. He was Blondie's rhythmic engine and a defining voice of punk, new wave, and pop. Joining the group in 1975, he appeared on every Blondie album and helped shape their explosive rise from New York's underground scene to global stardom. Beyond Blondie, Burke's drumming left fingerprints across rock history. A self-proclaimed rock and roll survivalist, he played with legends including the Ramones, Iggy Pop, Bob Dylan, Joan Jett, the Go-Go's, and Eurythmics. His signature style fused the chaos of Keith Moon with the polish of classic pop, delivering energy, control, and charisma in equal measure. Whether on stage at Coachella or in the studio with icons, Burke's presence was unmistakable. Burke also championed the physical and mental health benefits of drumming through research initiatives, bringing academic recognition to the stamina his craft demanded. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Blondie in 2006, his legacy remains in every beat he left behind. As the music world honors his impact, Clem Burke is remembered not only for his drumming brilliance, but for the fierce joy and innovation he brought to every rhythm, record, and room he ever filled.
5,
Val Kilmer, the magnetic actor who embodied icons from Jim Morrison to Batman, has died at 65. Rising to fame in the 1980s with films like Top Gun, Real Genius, and Willow, Kilmer became a household name through his daring choices and intense performances. He portrayed Bruce Wayne in Batman Forever, the poetic outlaw Doc Holliday in Tombstone, and the tortured soul of The Doors frontman, all while building a legacy of fearless roles and artistic ambition. Despite his fame, Kilmer often chose complex, unconventional paths that defined his place in Hollywood as both leading man and enigmatic artist. In his later years, Kilmer faced a long battle with throat cancer, which altered his voice but not his will to create. He appeared briefly in Top Gun, Maverick, and shared his story in the acclaimed documentary Val, offering fans an intimate look at his career and personal journey through hundreds of hours of footage he recorded himself. Off-screen, he explored painting, poetry, and theater, even touring with his one-man show Citizen Twain. His 2020 memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, gave fans a deeper view of a man defined by passion, depth, and contradiction. Kilmer leaves behind a rich, genre-spanning legacy. From action blockbusters to indie gems, his performances were bold, layered, and often unforgettable.
6,
Clive Revill, the versatile stage and screen actor best known to Star Wars fans as the original voice of Emperor Palpatine in The Empire Strikes Back, has died at 94. Revill's deep, menacing voice gave life to the Emperor in the film's 1980 release, creating one of the most chilling and iconic villain portrayals in sci-fi history. But his legacy extends far beyond the galaxy, far, far away. Over a career that spanned 7 decades, he brought unforgettable energy to film, TV, stage, and voice acting, balancing Shakespearean command with comedic charm and dramatic depth. Born in 1930 and raised in New Zealand, Revill's acting journey began under the guidance of Laurence Olivier. He made his Broadway debut in 1952 and earned 2 Tony nominations for Irma la Douce and Oliver, where he played Fagin. In Hollywood, he appeared in films like Avanti, earning a Golden Globe nomination, The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and more. On television, his appearances spanned everything from Columbo and the Twilight Zone to voice work in Transformers, the movie, and numerous animated series. Reville's final film appearance was in 2016's The Queen of Spain. His vast talent, rich voice, and dedication to storytelling left an indelible mark across generations.
7,
Richard Norton, the dynamic Australian martial artist, actor, and stunt coordinator whose career spanned decades in action cinema, has died at 75. From protecting rock legends as a personal bodyguard to trading blows with stars like Jackie Chan and Charlize Theron, Norton built a career defined by precision, strength, and cinematic impact. He portrayed the Prime Imperator in Mad Max, Fury Road, and Furiosa, adding gravitas and intensity to the high-octane franchise, while also serving as a key fight choreographer behind some of Hollywood's most memorable action scenes. Norton's work extended beyond screen presence. He trained major stars including Liam Neeson, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Scarlett Johansson. He choreographed visceral battles in The Suicide Squad, Blacklight, and X-Men, Dark Phoenix, shaping the visual language of modern action. As co-creator of the martial art Zendokai, Norton left a legacy that blends tradition with cinematic technique. He was a force both on and off screen, known for his discipline, warm heart, and commanding presence in every project he touched. His early film credits included The Octagon and Equalizer 2000, where his performance as Slade showcased both his physical prowess and screen charisma. Norton also worked closely with musicians like Stevie Nicks and ABBA's Agnetha Feltskog, further proving his diverse reach. His contributions earned deep respect across the industry, with director James Gunn calling him tough but sweet, and actor Robert Patrick praising him as a towering figure in martial arts. Richard Norton's legacy is one of physical artistry, cinematic excellence, and lifelong dedication to the craft.
8,
Richard Chamberlain, the golden-voiced actor who rose to international fame as TV's Dr. Kildare and later became a king of the television miniseries era, has died at 90. With matinee idol looks and classical training, Chamberlain captivated audiences in blockbuster TV epics like Shogun, The Thornbirds, and Centennial, establishing himself as a defining face of prestige television through the 1970s and 1980s. He passed away in Hawaii following complications from a stroke. His death was confirmed by longtime partner Martin Rabbett, who called him an amazing and loving soul, now soaring to those loved ones before us. Chamberlain's career took off in 1961 with Dr. Kildare, launching him into superstardom and making him a teen idol. Though his early fame came on the small screen, he sought deeper artistic fulfillment on stage, becoming the first American since John Barrymore to play Hamlet in England. His screen journey spanned decades, from The Count of Monte Cristo and The Bourne Identity, to big screen turns in The Towering Inferno, Petulia, and The Music Lovers. Despite facing industry stereotypes tied to his looks and personal life, he carved out a legacy of complex characters, literary adaptations, and performances filled with gravitas and grace. Beyond the spotlight, Chamberlain was also an activist and artist. He published a memoir, Shattered Love, revealing his inner life and lifelong passion for truth and expression. He painted, sang, and even fought to protect California's Tuolumne River through environmental advocacy, combining his fame with a deep sense of purpose. A Broadway presence and touring actor well into his 80s, he remained a creative force to the end, with late career appearances in Twin Peaks, Nightmare Cinema, and off-Broadway theater. Richard Chamberlain's influence remains timeless. His voice, presence, and soul echo through generations of storytelling and artistry.
9,
Emily Dequesne, the acclaimed Belgian actress who rose to international fame at just 18 with her role in Rosetta, has died at 43 following a rare form of cancer. Her performance in the Dardenne brothers' gritty 1999 drama earned her the Best Actress award at the Cannes Film Festival, catapulting her into the spotlight alongside the Palme d'Or win for the film itself. Dequesne's portrayal of a young woman fighting to survive poverty became an emblem of European cinema's social realism, marking her as a bold and emotionally fearless performer from the very start. Over the years, Dequesne balanced critically acclaimed performances with commercial success. From the stylized action of Brotherhood of the Wolf to the chilling emotional intensity of Our Children, for which she won another Cannes Award in the Uncertain Regard section, she proved her range and depth time and again. Her career included standout roles in The Girl on the Train, Not My Type, This Is Our Land, Love Affairs, and Lucas Dant's Close, cementing her as a consistent force in French and Belgian cinema. Her final screen appearance was in the English-language disaster film Survive, showcasing her continued evolution as an international artist. In 2023, Dequesne returned to Cannes for the 25th anniversary of Rosetta, a moment of reflection and celebration that highlighted the enduring resonance of her breakout role. She remained beloved by directors and peers alike for her authenticity, quiet strength, and fearless emotional transparency on screen. Director Luc Dardenne recalled her as intuitive, passionate, and constantly seeking deeper truths in her work. Emily is survived by her husband, Michel Faraci, and her daughter, Mila. Her legacy lives on through the power of her performances and the lives she touched with her humanity and grace.
10,
Mel Novak, the gravel-voiced actor known for his countless portrayals of cold-blooded villains and martial arts mercenaries, has died at 90. A staple of action-packed B-movies for over 6 decades, Novak carved out a lasting niche as Hollywood's go-to tough guy, with memorable turns in cult favorites like Black Belt Jones, Arachnado 2, Flaming Spiders, and Giants. But his most iconic role came in 1978's Game of Death, where he starred opposite the legendary Bruce Lee as Stick the Assassin, delivering a performance that cemented his place in martial arts movie history and earned admiration from genre fans across the globe, especially those drawn to Lee's enduring legacy. Novak's on-screen presence was marked by intensity and authenticity, largely because he performed his own stunts and fight choreography, often pushing his body to the limit for the sake of gritty realism. He also appeared in Chuck Norris action hits like A Force of One and An Eye for an Eye, earning a reputation for brutal efficiency and unshakable presence. Off-screen, however, Novak revealed a profoundly different side. An ordained minister, he spent much of his later life dedicated to outreach programs, ministering to inmates, the homeless, and those in recovery, bringing compassion where others turned away. His commitment to humanitarian causes earned him multiple awards and the respect of those far beyond the film industry, where his influence grew through personal connection and service. His legacy extends beyond cinema. Colleagues and fans remember a man of deep conviction, loyalty, and generosity. Makeup artist Free Angela called him a mentor and godfather in so many ways, praising his humanitarian efforts and spiritual guidance. Novak didn't just portray strength, he lived it through action, faith, and service. He embraced the underdog both on screen and off, always fighting for those overlooked or forgotten. In a world of tough guy roles, Mel Novak was the real deal. Fierce on screen, but full of heart off it. His impact on both film and community endures, a testament to a life lived with purpose, intensity, and deep compassion. Gene Winfield, the legendary custom car designer behind some of cinema's most iconic vehicles, has died at 97. Known as the King of Customs, Winfield's imaginative craftsmanship brought futuristic fantasies to life in films like Blade Runner, RoboCop, and The Last Starfighter. His unforgettable spinners in Blade Runner, the flying police vehicles that defined the film's dystopian vision, remain a landmark in cinematic design. With a career spanning over 8 decades, Winfield was Hollywood's go-to visionary for custom builds that merged sci-fi aesthetics with functional artistry, blending innovation with classic hot rod culture. Winfield began customizing cars in the 1940s, turning his passion into a legacy that would reshape the visual language of pop culture. His work touched nearly every major genre series of the 1960s and 70s, from Star Trek to Mission. Impossible to Batman, where his creations like the Retractor and Catwoman's Catmobile became TV legends. He even designed the futuristic ride in Get Smart and a Piranha vehicle for the Man from UNCLE, showcasing his adaptability across storytelling worlds. His eye for sleek design, vibrant color, and originality made each build unforgettable, often blurring the line between art and machinery in ways that captivated audiences. Raised in Springfield, Missouri, Winfield purchased his first car at 15, a 75 1928R Model A coupe, and transformed it into a custom beauty, complete with dual antennas and foxtails, despite not having a radio. That creative spark launched a lifetime of innovation that would influence generations of builders. Honored with the National Hot Rod Association's Lifetime Achievement Award and revered within the hot rod and entertainment communities, Gene Winfield didn't just build cars, he built icons. His legacy lives on in museums, movie history, and every custom creation that dares to dream beyond the road. Jennifer Leake, the Welsh-born actress whose career spanned film, television, and daytime dramas, has died at 76 after battling progressive supranuclear palsy. Known for her heartfelt roles and elegant screen presence, Leake made her cinematic debut in 1968's Yours, Mine and Ours, playing Lucille Ball's daughter in the beloved family comedy. Her role introduced her to audiences worldwide, and she followed it with appearances in genre thrillers like Eye of the Cat, The Photographer, and The Incubus, showcasing her ability to transition between lighthearted charm and darker intensity. These performances earned her a quiet but enduring place in the hearts of fans who appreciated her emotional authenticity and understated talent. Leake became a familiar face in daytime television throughout the 1970s and 1980s. She was the original Gwen Sherman on The Young and the Restless, a character whose arc from troubled youth to spiritual transformation captivated soap audiences. She went on to portray a variety of characters across nearly every major soap opera, including Another World, Guiding Light, Ryan's Hope, One Life to Live, and Loving, where she brought nuance and complexity to supporting roles. She also appeared in primetime hits such as Hawaii Five-0 and The Mary Tyler Moore Show, leaving a versatile imprint across television that highlighted her range and professionalism in every appearance. Born in Wales and raised in both England and Canada, Leake brought an international elegance to American screens. After stepping away from acting in the 1990s, she began a second chapter in real estate, continuing to connect with people in meaningful ways. Though she never sought the spotlight, her presence on screen was always memorable. Jennifer Leake's career was marked by graceful transitions, both in character and in life. Her legacy lives on in the roles she brought to life and the warmth she shared with audiences and colleagues alike. Barbara Rush, the luminous actress whose career spanned more than 6 decades across film, television, and stage, has died at 97. Known for her elegance, versatility, and poise, Rush first captured audiences' attention with her breakout performance in the 1953 sci-fi classic It Came from Outer Space, earning a Golden Globe for Most Promising Newcomer. While the film became a touchstone of 3D cinema, Rush credited much of its impact to writer Ray Bradbury, whose nuanced view of alien life elevated the genre. Her early success led to a string of major studio projects, solidifying her status as one of the most dependable leading ladies of her era. During the 1950s and early 1960s, Rush shared the screen with some of Hollywood's most iconic stars, appearing opposite James Mason in Bigger Than Life, Dean Martin in The Young Lions,